Kawasaki Motors Manufacturing, located in Lincoln, Nebraska. We have about 2 million square feet of manufacturing facility. We build commuter rail cars for the subway systems. We build the Kawasaki models, all of our ATVs, our Terex, which is our four-wheeled high-speed utility vehicle, all the mule utility vehicles that you see, as well as all the jet skis. Challenges that we faced on a wireless aspect inside our plant where there's always a lot of interference. Obviously in a manufacturing environment you're going to have a lot of welding and a lot of obstruction. Our obstructions are numerous, being from frameworks that hold up production assembly lines to just other equipment, robots, as well as in our warehousing environment. Then we have 50-foot high stacks of finished goods that are stacked up that we need to deal with. Keeping a quality wireless signal is very important for our use, but also is very difficult. We use these DataLogic ELF scanners for parts delivery, parts picking, and other processes inside the manufacturing environment. Of course, we use the Apple iPads for parts control, inventory specialists, quality control check sheets, inventory, releasing and hold mechanisms inside the warehouse. And then also we've been experimenting with iPods attached to people's arms for parts picking as well. Primarily on the production line, users are using iPads for a job function that we call parts police. Because these people are the ones that are always involved with tracking inventory, keeping inventory from disappearing, always maintaining the proper quantities in the stocking locations on the line so that our electronic Kanban system can work properly. The iPad is essential, and it's absolutely essential that they have good connectivity up and down the entire line because they have to be able to monitor every stocking location there is. Communication is essential to any business, so we utilize wireless VoIP phones. Our general foreman will talk to their team leaders or line supervisors, and even primarily more in our railcar facilities. Since it's such a large building, it's over a third of a mile long, there isn't always a phone station readily available. So when people are paged and say, hey, call me, they can just pick up their VoIP phone. We had issues with simultaneous calls on the VoIP system being maintained by the Cisco APs. We were limited to maybe 1 or 2 cordless phones at a time, whereas with the new Ruckus, we really have not seen a limit. We have forklifts that have Motorola symbol vehicle-mounted wireless AS400 terminals, essentially. And we utilize those with the Ruckus system very well. Our previous wireless infrastructure had several issues. A lot of dead zones in our production areas. We had a lot of call jitter on the wireless phones. We have so many obstructions. We had about 120 Cisco model APs with the standard Cisco controllers. We like a system that we can just plug in, kind of set it and forget it almost, and it just works. We knew that we had to have a quality product, and Ruckus was that way. I really wanted something that's going to last us for years into the future. One AP was making the coverage of 4 of our existing ones. Added them into the management software, which was very user-friendly, and let the system do its thing. We were getting better connectivity, better strengths, better speeds and responsiveness on the iPad applications. There were times where we'd have our DataLogic ELF and we'd be trying to scan something and we couldn't get it. So you'd try to turn the box on its side and then you were able to get a signal enough to scan it or whatever. So the dual polarity options inside the Ruckus system tend to really help with the ever-changing orientation of our mobile devices. We've had good comments since swapping out the Cisco that now they can pretty much use their system wherever they are. Before they had to sometimes make sure they were in the aisle, between units rather than being right up next picking one. Being able to use the system in proximity to the device, to the unit that they're scanning makes a big difference. I really don't think that there would be anyone that wouldn't be satisfied with the product. Everything that I've attempted to do has been handled. I really don't see any limitations in their product at this point. The Ruckus system, I let the equipment speak for itself.